Hello, my dear friends! Welcome to elenasbarre Low Impact Full Body Workouts. We are almost full house. Dino, where is your fuzzy? Oh, there she is. Is it a boy or a girl?
He's a boy.
Boy. Okay, two boys here.
He's saying hello to India. Hello, India. I want to bite you.
Are you excited, Indy? Hi, Richard. Good to see you. Yeah, today we have a lot of fun. This live stream is not going to be a very long live stream because Dino has to leave soon and it's Mother's Day. So congratulations to mothers. I'm glad my mother picked the right man to have children with. So.
Oh, yeah. Thank you to your mother. Thank you very much. So we can have you and we can be on your live stream.
Oh, thank you guys for joining us today. And I see Drake behind there. This is Dino's son, and he's going to play flute and piano for us today. Hi, Drake.
Hello.
Nice. Okay, so who wants to begin? Drake, shall we start with you?
Yeah, the one thing I love about Drake is he's fearless. Totally fearless. So talk a little bit like what you're going to play or something. Get close to the camera. Closer.
I'm gonna be playing Prelude by Bach.
What key?
I forgot.
Any sharps? Any flats?
I think F sharp. No.
Maybe it's in G. I think it's in G. You got an F sharp, right?
No, this one.
I think that's in C.
Okay.
I think this is in C. Let's see. Let's see if it's in C.
So, yeah. Okay.
Bravo! I used to play that prelude back in the music school.
You remember that? Was that one of your first year pieces?
Nice, beautiful, Drake.
It's a great little piece, and amazingly, he's only 12, right? You 12?
Yep.
He's 12, going on 22, but he thinks he loves Bach, which is totally cool.
Yeah.
Oh, Richard says Bach. Wonderful. Thank you, Richard.
Yay.
Thank you, Richard. Elena, I can't see the private. It says private chat. What should I press here so I can see the chat?
Oh, you should go to comments. Can you see comments right above?
Just so press the comments. I see it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll try to showcase them on the screen so you guys
see it. Richard says, hello, Dino. Hello, Richard. And hello, everyone from you. Hello, Elena. And then Richard says, hello, Drake.
Hello.
Richard's in Helsinki, Finland, which is now, I think, 8 hours ahead, Richard? Rhythm holding is very good. Yes, thank you, Richard. Did good with the rhythm.
Yeah.
He's ready to play another one.
Okay, let's listen to it, Drake.
Oh, if you can imagine me as Leopold Mozart, Papa Mozart.
Yep.
And Wolfgang Amadeus.
Yeah.
But, that was a really interesting dynamic because the dad was like Tiger Woods' dad. He just was constantly practicing and having to practice. Toured baby Mozart all around Europe. Mozart almost died a couple times from sicknesses. In those days it was just real easy, all kinds of sicknesses, very little medicines. Mm-hmm. But I'm not he's got a lot of other stuff going on, so it can't be all music all the time.
Sure.
But, all right, enough of dad talking. Let's get this kid playing a little bit again. What do you want to play?
So, now I'm going to play Russian.
Get closer.
I'm going to be playing Russian folk song by Beethoven.
For all your Russian friends.
Yep.
start over again.
Okay.
Say, tell the camera. I'd like to start one more time.
I'd like to start one more time.
Don't worry, Drake. I'm going to mess up too. It's a practice. Beautiful! Yeah!
It really makes me so happy when I see him playing.
What was the scale for this song?
That would be A minor.
A minor.
40 years ago. No, wait, not 40 years ago. Probably at least like 20 years ago. Whoa! Nice.
Bravo, Drake! Yeah!
Those are. It's amazing how.
It's
What's that?
my blood, you know, that kind of music.
That's in your blood, right? That kind of minor, little bit sad Russian kind of cold landscape atmosphere. I love it too.
Nice.
Drake just walked away, and I don't know what that means.
Or maybe he went for his flute.
Well, here's the thing, but you know, a 12-year-old and his phone is a pretty. Richard said, "Awesome."
Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Richard.
Thank you, Richard. Thank you. It's so nice to have someone watching the live stream, and it's really nice to have Richard
It
here.
is nice. Yeah.
I appreciate that. So nice. Oh, okay. I see Richard said 8 hours ahead of Chicago. So whatever we're at in Chicago, then minus 2 more hours. So 10 hours ahead of the West Coast, Helsinki.
Mm-hmm.
So that means it is it's late at night. Richard, thanks for staying up for us.
Yeah, thank you, Richard.
Yeah.
We are going to show an interesting exercise from ANGUS. ANGUS is a very accomplished musician and piano player. And he was showing how he's working on his techniques. So I figured that you guys might be interested in that. So we are going to show it after we are done.
Totally. Yeah. He was so good. And he was really good at doing the tutorial for the video and explaining the difference, some of the intricacies of the scale work. And I did send him a comment, and I hope he answers me. I asked him if he's presently taking lessons, because I think he hinted a little bit that he was taking lessons, like me, every week. And I asked also how long he took lessons. So, Angus, I'm waiting for your answer, my friend. Mate. All right, mate. Bro.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to watch his scale exercises yet, so we are going to watch them all together. But first, let's listen to you, Dino. Do you want to play something for us?
Yes, I would love to play something. First, I just want to answer Richard. He said it's 9:30 at night, not so late. Richard, for me, that's late. You know me, waking up at like 5:30 every morning. 9:30 is when I start. There's just like, slow it down. My battery's drained. Getting ready to plug in my charger, knock out for the night. I would love to do that Morricone piece. It's only like 40 seconds, but to me it was like 40 seconds of hell learning it. And here's why. This whole year that I've been studying with my teacher, it's been all classical. Everything classical. Schumann, a little bit of Mozart, mostly Schumann. And then I played this little jazz piece by Morricone. Well, it was arranged by Hiroshi Nakamura. And I sent out that video. Maybe you saw it. I think you saw that video. Where he arranges any kind of tone according to his interpretation, which is, I like his voicings, and he's got a really good channel. But everything was so foreign playing jazz chords. It was like, wait, it's... this doesn't make sense, because I was so used to playing romantic Schumann, romantic chord progressions. And then suddenly it gets to the jazz chords and I'm like, oh, that doesn't feel natural in my hands. But I guess over time,
jazz also blows my mind. You know, I can't like in terms of rhythm. I can do like dancing kind of style polka.
Mhm.
Yeah, but or
I'm,
ragtimes, no problem with the rhythm. But if I have to swing or do something weird with the left hand,
I'm
it
sure
just
Richard would agree with me that you're
yeah.
just extremely modest. And I think once you just practice it for a little bit, you get it pretty much pretty quickly just because of your level of playing. Let's see if
Well,
Richard
my
agrees. I'm
first
pretty sure
music
he
teacher
will.
says that I still need to work on even Chopin. I need to work on the rhythm. So, guys, if you are joining us, we are not professional piano players here. Maybe one day we will get there.
We will get there. Oh, yeah, I'm sure of it. And it doesn't matter the level of professionalism. You know, it might be I'm playing on the street for $5 or $10 a day. Still a professional. I'm getting a little bit of money. At least I'm getting my cup of coffee and a meal out of it.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you, Richard. Richard, agree with me 100% about what I said about you.
Oh,
Like,
Richard.
oh, you
Okay,
know,
come on, go play something for us.
yeah. 1 second, 1 second. Let me imitate Elena for you, Richard. You know, I just find those jazz chords just extremely difficult. And then she'll download something, and then 2 hours later she'll post it. Yeah, this was a little difficult for me, but let me give it a try. I'm like, boom, no problem. All right, this is the Cinema Paradiso by Morricone. Ennio Morricone. All right, let's see if I remember it. It wasn't that long ago. Let's see here. One more time. I gotta be like Drake here. I gotta get warmed up here. Oh my goodness.
Wow, that was so beautiful,
Thank you.
Dino.
Oh my goodness. And I think your comment on my video that I posted, you said, I was expecting more. So
Well,
I
I
should
thought
have
it would
just
be
played it.
longer.
I should have just played it twice, and then you'd be like, okay, that was right about the right length.
Play it twice. Yeah, it was like wow, so beautiful, Dino.
I
Yeah.
would like to play more of Morricone. Richard likes Morricone too. He said it was his
It
music so
was
wonderful,
beautiful.
which it
Yeah.
really is. It's just it's so nice, and I was not aware of his music so much, and I've seen Senga play a couple of Morricone pieces. I'm pretty sure,
Mm-hmm.
and I wasn't really like, oh, okay, that sounds nice. But then when I watched more and listened to more of it, I really fell in love with it. It's so nice.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just get rid of. There's some pop up that came in front of the chat on my computer. Drake, get over here. Where's my tech guy? Get rid of that thing. Luckily, I have a 12-year-old tech guy here. Get rid of that thing.
Click the X.
Oh, I was pressing it. I was pressing it with my finger. I thought I could do it with my finger.
I don't think that's touchscreen.
Oh, okay. It's nice having a 12-year-old tech kid here in the house helping me figure out all the technology. What else have you been playing, Elena?
I was working on Soren Bebe music, but it's been a while since I actually practiced this week. I was kind of lazy, like not so lazy, but like really physically sore. So I didn't.
You've been working a lot.
I've
You
been
got your
working
new
out.
gig?
Yeah, and I pulled my shoulder, so I couldn't really sit and practice for a very long time this week. So I started learning James Bond. You've probably heard that
Yeah, I saw
one
that one.
already.
That was really good.
And
That was totally cool.
oh yeah, well, I need to still like clarify, the staccatos and everything, disconnecting the right hand so that it's more precise. And then I started playing earlier today the few pieces by Soren Beber, but they are still in a rusty mode. I haven't played them for such a long time, and I forgot. I forgot how to play them. So yeah, what I'd like to play for you guys.
Yeah, play us something, and then if it works out, then we could have Drake do a little bit of his flute
Yeah.
demonstration.
What do you
which
want me to
he's not-
play, guys?
He's
What do
not.
you want?
He's not quite 1 year playing it, but it's worth having him on the live stream for a minute or two, and then we can
Let's
compare
do
it
this
for
one.
next year. Let's do it.
I'll play the Marian's song from Sense and Sensibility from the movie of 2008. So let's see how it turns out. It's been a while also since I've played it. Okay, one more time. So bad! I can't believe it! This is what happens when I don't play pieces for very long time.
You mentioned the shoulder injury, and I've told you, like, this whole busy season for me when I haven't played for a while, or Richard knows because we've had a couple of comments back and forth, and I know what it's all about with the injuries, and my hands get beat up from
I'm
my
not 100%
daily job.
there. Mhm.
Did you get an injury at work?
I think I've over-exercised, actually. I pulled the shoulder muscle, and it's somewhere in the rotator cuff. So it's really like I can't do a lot of movements now. So the range of motion is very limited for pretty much anything. And then I can't sit for a very long time.
Yeah, and it aggravates it, I'm sure, if you practice.
Yeah.
Angus just joined us.
Angus, we just talked about
Angus!
you. Yeah.
We have 2 European countries here. We have England and Finland. Welcome all Europeans to the live stream. And anyone else who happens to join, of course. I'm waiting for someone from Argentina.
Do you want to listen to the exercises that Angus was suggesting, or do you want to play something?
Well, I think it's a great idea since Angus is here as a guest star. Why don't we play a little bit of Angus's video, and then maybe we can do a little commentary with him live stream, the live chat.
Let's do it.
Especially if anyone has questions for Angus.
Yep, we might have some questions for you. Okay.
Yeah, I know I will. And Angus, it was so sweet. He goes, Dino, good luck with your scale work. I'm thinking there's not a whole lot of luck involved. My friend told me there's only three things that really matter. The first one is practice, and the second one is practice. And then I said, well, what's the third one? He goes, practice.
Yeah.
Three things that you got to do.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure you've spent lots of hours practicing those scales, Angus. I can tell.
So can you see the screen?
Yes, I see it.
Okay, let's start with the first lesson 1.
Hello there, worldwide viewers of my channel, wherever you're watching from. I thought today I would share with you a few tips on some of my technical exercises I do every day to help with my piano technique. And on today's episode, I thought I would talk to you about scales. You know, piano scales, all the different keys, both major keys from C major to B major, so C major to B major, and then all the harmonic and melodic minors. So without further ado, I will show you C major. And then C minor harmonic. And then melodic. So that's C major and C minor, both harmonic first and then melodic. You can also do Russian scale patterns, which my piano teacher taught me to do, this being sometime last year. So this is in C major. This is Russian scale in C major. C minor harmonic. Yeah, harmonic. And then melodic minor, and this one's more interesting, I find. And you can do all of those, all the relevant keys. So D flat major, and then you've got D flat or C sharp minor harmonic. Obviously you go down as well, but I'm just showing you going up. But yes, you come down as well later. And then melodic minor, C sharp. So that's C sharp minor and D flat major. D major would be followed by D harmonic minor. And then melodic minor. With my melodic scales, well, major and minor scales, I like to start relatively quiet and then end up quite loud. So you start and then you crescendo, and then come down again going quieter. Okay, so that was D major and minor, E flat, slightly got the fingering wrong there. In the right hand, as I came down. E flat minor, harmonic. And then melodic. Obviously, you can do the Russian scales too. So in E flat major. So, and you can do that with harmonic minor, E flat, and melodic. In fact, with all the keys, let's just say simply. E major and minor is this. Then E minor harmonic. Sorry. And then melodic. So that's E, F major, followed by E, sorry, F minor harmonic. And then melodic. F sharp major is the next, or G flat major. Doesn't really matter which, it's still the same thing. F sharp major is this. Then you have F sharp minor harmonic. Followed by melodic. So that's F sharp. G is this one. This is G major. Minor. And then melodic minor. That's G. Then into A flat major. Followed by A flat minor harmonic, although you could also say G sharp minor harmonic. It's still the same thing. So that's A flat or G sharp, which way you look at it. A major. Followed by A minor harmonic. And then melodic. And then you get to B flat, B flat major. And then B flat harmonic minor. And melodic. And then the last of all 12 of the keys is B. So B major. then B minor harmonic, of course. Jump forward slightly. Apologies there. One of my hands, keeping to my right hand, was getting a bit ahead of itself. I do find that my left hand is a little bit slower than my right. I don't know why. And that was B minor melodic. So those are all the 12 keys, major and minor, with harmonic and melodic, as I said before, in minor. Another thing you can do with scales, I don't do this very often, but sometimes I do this in my practice. You can also do staccato scales. I would just do 2 octaves. Usually I do 4, but I will just do 2 to demonstrate. So if we do with the key of C, for instance, this is how it goes. And C minor. And melodic. So, yes, you can do those with all the keys as well. A lot of people find scales really tedious, boring. I share that to a point, but also appreciate and realize that they are very good for technique, because they do help you to play pieces of music really fast, or much faster as well. There are some pieces of music that do require a very good technical standard, such as La Campanella, which I think translates as Little Bell. It's a composition by Liszt, the Hungarian composer.
Yeah.
That seems to be quite popular on YouTube these days, I'm finding, as is Interstellar, from the soundtrack of the 2014 movie. Anyway, that's about it, folks, I think. For my scales video, I will be back soon with one about arpeggios. I will do arpeggios next time. So hope you can join me for that. Take care.
Very nice. That was great.
Yep, I agree.
What I would like to just interject here, and I think Angus is still here in the chat. Hello, Angus. If there are any tips or tricks that a pianist, on that level of musicality, what you can teach to someone like my level. Are there, because I tend to go with one hand, learn the fingerings and try to get that locked in, then go with the first left hand, then right hand, then put them together slowly. Are there other things there's anything, because it's just, he's right, scales can be so tedious, but I also agree with how important they are. So I'm finally starting to play more and get my scales, learning them from my scale book, and suffering. I mean, it's still suffering, but I guess as time goes on, I tend to like them a little bit more every time I get better at them. I did see that comment that you just put up on the screen. No, I don't know that one by Morricone, but I'm going to look it up because I want to know more of Morricone's music. It's just really nice. I love it. Very emotional. Hello to a few people that joined us.
Yeah.
Hello, Anna.
I
Hello,
think
Lee.
it's my mom, actually.
What's that, Elena?
I think it's my mom. I remember that name that we created.
Hello, Mom. Happy Mother's Day.
Yeah, thank you for joining. Спасибо, mom.
Happy Mother's Day, Mama.
This is Richard. Yeah, I really love the scale. I used to play them, and sometimes I still do. I was amazed by how his brain changes from one scale to the next with all of the
Instantly.
signs. I
Instantly.
can't really do that. I used to practice like let's do this one like B. Ah, yeah. Left hand. And then I would do these arpeggios. And then I would break them down. And then this. And you can do it, you can break it down as well into Russian scale. I'm shortening it. You can make it bigger or smaller. I'm just showing how I used to practice it, and I haven't played them in a very long time. This is why my mind is off. So I usually drill one scale at a time, but Angus was moving from like one scale to the next scale, and this is something that
quick
amazed
to be
me.
able to reprogram to go to the next one, and then the natural minor, melodic, and harmonic
Yeah,
so
this is so
quickly.
much harder.
Where it's like me, it's like, oh my God, I got to sit down, I got to look at it, I got to practice it a couple times with a bunch of mistakes, and then just getting going on it. So I have a long way to go, but
Yeah.
I'm on it. I'm definitely doing it. How about Richard? Richard, are you playing your scales? And I can see that Angus has spent a lot of time doing scales, and it also
Yeah.
shows in the music when you play it that you've
Mhm.
played enough scales that each key, then you play a new piece in a different key, and it's like, oh, I know this. I know the scale back and forth. I could do it English scales or Russian. I'm
You're running
multinational.
Russian scales. So
Yeah.
English scales are just simple scales up, right, and down.
Well, in the book that I'm practicing my scales, we do have the what's it called? The opposing.
Uh-huh.
Not where you do two going up and then start to split them up like what Angus called the Russian scales.
Yeah.
But in my book, there are the opposing where you're going in opposite directions and then back together. Yes, Richard says he guesses he should be playing scales. Yep, Richard, 10, 15 minutes a day, just warm up on them
Yeah,
before you
warm
start
up the
playing your
fingers.
piece.
I used to do that back in the music school before I jumped into playing any of the pieces. We were warming up, we were doing the scales. Usually it's one scale, but we were breaking it apart with arpeggios and stuff. So
Yeah.
the fingers were pretty warmed up, and then you could do the etudes, you could play a lot of things.
My
This is
teacher is like relentless about me playing scales and arpeggios. So you remember I take my weekly lessons, and she's Japanese, so she's like teaches Japanese style. I think that would be maybe
uh-huh.
similar to Russian style, where you got to do the scales, you got to do the arpeggios.
Yeah.
So, and I don't mind. At first, I was like, "Oh, really? Oh gosh!" And then she recommended the book, the scale book, and then I read by Robert Schumann, who I love Schumann so much.
Mhm.
He says you must play all of your scales diligently. I was like, oh my gosh, Schumann. Speaking
She's
from
a good teacher, do you know?
speaking from the grave, I was like, diligently. Oh my gosh. So can I show you a little bit my scale
Yeah,
work?
sure. Go ahead.
It's nothing like yours or Angus's, but I've got my C, my D. I've worked on E minor, but yeah, American style so far. Just da da back and forth. D, And then she'll have me do triplets accenting, which you probably do that too, where you. One more time. Da, 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 da.
Yeah.
And she'll be like, okay, now rhythms. And then relentless. And arpeggios little by little. The third and fourth finger. Richard says that was diligent.
Dino, try to start like together, and then in the middle where you split the gamma, where you split the scale, split the arpeggio.
Only if you're looking for some comic relief in your live stream. I already provide that without messing up so horribly.
No, but it's a good brain exercise.
Yeah, oh yeah. I'll do it. Yeah, because I like the idea of that Russian scale where it's like splitting them up.
Yeah.
Richard says he does not play scales and he guesses that he should, and then he laughs, and then he also said, "That is diligent."
Yeah. Well, the
10 minutes. 10 minutes before practicing your piece, or 15 minutes, and then I don't get overwhelmed by it, because if you start thinking about how many scales you should know, how many are there? There's all the major and minor, then there's the melodic and harmonic, and then there's all the what are the other ones called?
There are more than melodic and harmonic, actually. There are I think, as far as I remember, there are like 5 minor scales, and
there's over 100 scales you need to know. Or am I exaggerating?
No, the minor scales, harmonic and melodic are just the simple ones, that they usually teach the piano players.
Simple.
But if you want to dive in deeper, there are actually more. And I watched a video in Russian by one teacher, and she was explaining there is this Floridic minor scale. There is this when you lift one, like the fourth.
Lydian scale.
I think Angus only showed us 2, but there is this here, C minor. See how it sounds like a little Eastern, or like more like Arabic kind of style. Yeah, this is I forgot the name for it. So if somebody remembers it, maybe Angus is here still.
It sounded Chechenian.
Yeah, kind of. And then there is like when you are lifting the 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, something like that, and then you are lowering the other scale, which I forgot which one it was. I forgot the name, so I'm going to check them out, and I'll probably make a post.
Well, my final thing I'd like to say is, hopefully, Angus, when you put out your next video, you toss us a bone, like a couple of tips on your method of learning them. And you have to think way back when you were learning it as a first time playing that scale. What was your method? One hand, the other hand, both hands together? Any little tricks? How about you, Elena? Do you remember if you just separated the hands and then put them together?
Yeah, I separated the hands. I was
That's the only way I could do it.
Oh, the fingering. The fingering is important, Dino. You need to sort out the fingering and try to play with the same fingers all the way.
Fingering is like vital when it comes to scales, because if you get one finger wrong, it messes up the whole sequence.
Exactly. This is why I'm saying.
Like It's
figure
like
out the
taking a
fingers.
domino in the middle of those row of dominoes and like
I can kind of sort of get away with it because I know where the melody is going, so I can catch
catch up
myself.
again.
I can jump with the finger.
Yeah, that's
But you're not supposed to do that. So
yep.
try to memorize all of the
And
fingers.
your teacher would definitely see that. I guarantee
That's
it. Your teacher would say, Elena, I
She
saw you
would.
jump there and you messed up the
Yeah.
finger. You couldn't hear it, but I saw it. Teachers with
Yeah.
good eyes, I notice they can see every little teeny tiny mistake.
Yeah.
Mine
Teachers
can.
are
She's
good
like,
that.
that octave should have been fourth finger. I'm like, oh, she caught it. Doesn't miss
Yeah.
anything.
They catch it usually. And yeah, try to memorize the fingers, practice one hand. We'll look forward to see what Angus is posting there.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And I noticed that you must go back and review the scales that you've learned. You can't leave them. You can't let them sit there on the back shelf thinking, oh yeah, I could just play it. Anna said something. Do you remember what
Anna,
do
do
I
you
like to make?
remember what do I like? Oh, I think she is asking me to play the Khachaturian waltz. Oh my goodness, no way!
Is it rusty?
Do you remember that waltz that I played like maybe a month ago on Instagram? I didn't
I think I remember it.
like this one.
Before the Griggy.
This is a long piece actually. Do you remember this one, Dino?
I think so. This was before your before the Greek piece. Yep. Oh yeah.
I'm not going to play the second.
I totally remember that because I remember those huge jumps in the left hand.
Yeah,
That seemed
that
like
one-
they're killer.
I used to play it back in the music school pretty well, actually. And the second part, it's really even worse, you know, like it's this one. And then, yes, this one. This is the second part. but the third part it goes in major, and then that one is crazy. So yeah, this is my mom's favorite. She
Oh,
always
very
asks
nice.
me to
That
play
was a
it.
good
Yeah.
good Mother's Day present for
Yeah,
Mama.
well, I mean, as good as it gets. As good as it gets. Yeah.
I like a waltz and a minor key. It just
Uh-huh.
is it's really nice. It's got like a little bit of a sad feel to it and like a nice slow waltz. I remember playing my Chopin. Such a beautiful piece. Oh my gosh.
Beautiful. Yeah.
I
I
remember it.
remember you have a video of that one.
Yeah, I posted a video of that one. That was
So
one of my
beautiful.
earlier YouTube videos back when I was starting out, like
Uh-huh.
6 months ago. Wasn't that long ago.
I
I was going
know.
to say, I never would have expected, like a year ago when I started taking lessons, that you would have ever invited me to be on a live stream with you. Thank you. Oh, it's so fun.
Oh yeah, you are so good, Dino. Yeah, I love watching your videos, guys. And you,
Well,
if you post,
I'm crazy with the talk, not so much with the music.
no, the talk is fine. Just to make the music longer.
I'm not ready to switch that balance because I'm better yakking than I am playing. But eventually it'll even out. I got to
Yeah,
have it
yeah,
all even out
you
eventually.
started doing it more, like you started playing more. I
Yeah.
love watching you play, guys. So if you take Elena's bar community and put your improvisations. Oh, Dino, do you want to improvise today? Do you want to play something?
Well, I was wondering, and first I want to say thank you to Richard. Richard said that I got this. Thank you, Richard, for your confidence. I do my best to be entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
Drake, how about we have Drake play a little bit of flute for a minute?
Let's do it. Let's do
Yeah,
it.
I mean, just to switch things up a little bit.
Yep.
Otherwise, you know me, I'll talk for 95% of the time and play for 5% of the time. Drake, he's over there playing his game at the kitchen table. Oh yeah, anytime. And my Joplin piece is just about ready to post on my channel. Here's Drake. That's that Solace piece that I was working on maybe about a month ago, and just about there. That little demonstration was not representative of where I have it polished. That was just a little bit
Well, I
sloppy.
hope to see you polish it up and then put a video, right?
All right, Drake is over here. He's got his flute. He hasn't warmed up, but let's see what he can do. He's digging through his little music book. Hey, don't tear up the music. He's like shoving the music books over and on the floor. That's what 12-year-olds do. Not a lot of finesse just yet, but he's getting it. All right, he found something. And everybody, I present Drake. Talk to the computer. Talk to the people.
Okay.
Clear voice.
Let me get
voice.
my music first. Okay.
Okay.
So today I will be
Have a clear voice talking over here.
today I'll be playing This Old Man Goes Marching.
It's from his band repertoire at school.
So yeah.
Bravo! Yeah, that was beautiful. Wow, Drake, how long have you been playing the flute?
Almost a year.
Almost a year. Wow, that's impressive. You've learned all of that. Wow. Dino, do you want to accompany him to whenever he plays the flute? You know, you can do a small ensemble together.
I'm working on that. I'm thinking about a Herbie Hancock piece, Watermelon Man,
Mm-hmm.
and another one, the work song would be a good. I forgot it was Charlie Mingus, but there's some good flute part, and I could play a little bit like
Yeah,
funky
that
piano
would be so
accompaniment.
awesome.
So working on it for sure. That'll be probably for maybe the winter, next winter. He'll be a little more proficient, and so will I. So we'll be ready for it.
Nice, nice. Yeah, put some videos for us. I'm so excited.
Yeah, because I mean that's not bad. He started this school year, so he hasn't even been playing a full year.
Mhm.
You know, he went from, it seems like just a couple months ago, just playing with the one piece, woo-hoo, putting his finger in there and getting different sounds. He's like, look at, I can make sounds. And now he's playing music. So it's like, yeah, feels really good.
Nice.
You got a couple of compliments from the chat room. Richard said, well done, Drake. And Richard says, keep practicing. Wait, he didn't say that, but I'm sure he's thinking that.
Dino. You're so funny. Nice. So let's do the improvisation. Do you want to improvise?
You know, this is
challenge, guys. Okay, you are going to. This is for our chat room. Come up with a scale for Dino so that he can play something on that scale.
Yeah, make sure it has a lot of sharps or flats in it. That's that's my strong suit.
Exactly. Yep. So which scale should Dino play something for us?
I'm gonna improvise something in E major right now. Let me see.
Okay.
This is my own piece.
Yeah.
This is my own piece. I wrote it. Wink,
Nice.
wink.
Okay, show it. Mm-hmm.
No, I'm totally lying, but it is an E major. Now, what if I improvise a little bit on that Debussy? Okay, Richard said E flat.
E flat.
That's a great one.
Yeah, E flat.
I don't even know if I know the E flat scale yet. Let me see. Okay. Oh, it went to minor really quick there.
Keep going. It was good.
Oh my gosh. I never ever improvise anything ever. I only
Well,
do
try E flat. Okay, E flat.
Now that's the benefit of knowing your arpeggios and knowing your scales,
yes.
because you
And
can play
also,
some arpeggios in your left hand because you know them already in E flat. Where I'm just like, you know, I'm a piece of crap when it comes to like E flat arpeggio. I might as well just like beat my hand with a hammer.
This is from Gammas. Dino, if you practice these scales, like let's do E flat.
Yeah.
And and you can break them apart. If you want to go fancy, you can even step out from. So you press E flat with the left hand, and you go to G on the right hand, and you start. This one is going to be tricky. Oh my gosh. And then what you do is you go from E flat
And do chords. Yeah, see, that's why you've got that ability to improvise.
So it's going from first to fourth, which is A flat major, and then you go into septimal form.
Drink.
This way you can memorize them in sequence. And
Yeah, and that helps you with your improvisation so much when you've got those where you can play starting on different parts of it, starting on the E flat and the G, like you said.
yeah,
We
you
have a
have
nice
to-
comment here.
Okay, I think I must have played with hands separately at first.
Each scale,
Mhm.
for sure, is it was 35, 35 scales, Angus. Maybe more years ago since I first started playing them. Yeah, Angus, I'm way behind the 8 ball here. I got to get my ass moving. Oh my gosh. I have a surprise for you, Elena.
Okay.
And it's for Richard in particular, because we talked a little bit about it on my on one of my videos. Look what I got.
Wow.
I used to play it, and I've
Can
been
you
working
play
on
it
it
now? Can you play it now?
a little bit.
Okay.
I don't have any pieces or anything worked up, but I'm getting the chops back. It's all about the chops. That was for you, Richard.
Nice, Dino.
I'm
Yeah.
going to be working on some Mexican mariachi music. Oh, I got to get my chops better, but talk about jazzy stuff on the trumpet. Really good stuff. Really good. That's the theme from Lost in Space. That's an old TV show from the 60s. Warning,
Okay.
Will Robinson. Warning, Will Robinson. Danger, danger.
Dino, I know something with it, okay? And we need to match it with my piano so that I can accompany you. Maybe.
I'm totally ready. Just give me a little bit more, get my chops a little tougher, and then I can improvise. I'm better improvising on this thing than I am on the piano, just because I have more hours with this. Yeah, Richard, get your old trumpet out, Richard. We'll do a duet.
Richard
used to play
Richard, do you play the trumpet?
He used to as a kid, I think.
He was saying that.
Yeah. So
Nice.
I kind of I talked about it a little bit, and then I told Richard that I was going to start working on it. He's like, "Yeah, do it. Little by little, little by little. You could do it, Richard. We could do send in some videos of each other playing like 2 different harmonies. It would be cool. And then I'll end up doing the accompaniment on the piano."
I'll do my best.
Richard, he played as a kid. Yeah, it was a little while ago, but it's just a fun thing. It's a little side note, little sidebar in case in case I get one of my hands, like a finger gets beat up a little bit. Let's say if it's on my left hand, I could still play trumpet with my right hand.
Yeah, nice.
And make that $10 on the street for my cup of coffee and a sandwich.
Oh, Dino. You're so funny. Nice. Okay, we have another video by Angus. This is a shorter one. Do you want to watch it? The other one that he was showing.
I would love to watch it, and then I have to run because
Okay,
my mom is having us over.
Yeah, I know. We are wrapping up. Let's watch the other one because I haven't seen it yet. And we are going to wrap it up. I just want to watch his other video here. Share screen. Nice. Okay, we've seen the first part. Now let's watch the.
Hello again, guys. Surprised to see me back, I expect so soon. But there was just one other thing with regards to scales that I didn't mention in my other video. So I've just suddenly remembered about it. With regards to scales, you can do contrary motion scales. So I will again demonstrate just C major and minor. So C major, followed by minor harmonic. That of course was you can also do those in staccato too. I don't actually do that quite often, surprisingly, but anyway, I'll give it a try. I do sometimes do it though.
That seems hard.
It is hard, yeah.
That seems really hard. Because your fingers are doing a totally different motion.
Mm-hmm. And different fingering also in both hands.
Mm-hmm.
And that's pretty much about it, really. You can't do Russian scale patterns with those.
It would be killer.
A bit more limited compared with the other ones I demonstrated. They do help to be able to play some sections of music faster. I was just thinking of an example of one of these actually. From Tchaikovsky's Nutcracker Suite, the Sugar Plum Fairy. You go like this. Sorry, I think that's in the wrong octave. I think it's this one. That's an example. Anyway, well, that's it, I think. So, yeah, as I said before in the last video, I will see you for my arpeggios lesson. Okay, bye-bye.
Looking forward to it. That was pretty impressive. He was in the wrong key. He's like, I didn't like that key. It must have been in this key. And then instantly not improvised, but played that little bit from the Nutcracker Suite. Pretty darn good.
Yeah, pretty good.
Just transposed it, right? That first one was the upper first thing he did was in not the key that he wanted, and then changed the key, or was it just in a wrong octave? I couldn't figure that out.
I think he started with the wrong key, probably.
And then just transposed it right there on the fly.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Nice, Angus.
Yeah, he's pretty fantastic. I love his touch. Like he plays the piano with a very subtle, very gentle touch, you know.
Yeah,
And
I see.
the musicality, like you can hear that. Wow, the amount of work that he.
Well, when I see those scales, I know the hours spent
Yeah.
on the piano bench with sore butt and sore fingers, sore shoulders, and then
Yeah.
just got to that level. Totally impressive. I'm going to keep working on it, Angus. You're inspiring me to keep on working on the scales. No
Exactly.
sweat. I'm gonna. This is not a threat. This is just something that's just like it's a done deal.
Yeah. Beautiful. Well, thank you, Dino, for joining me today.
Thank you, Elena. It was a blast. Drake, come over here. We got to go to Grandma's. Grandma's waiting for him. You know, we're gonna get there over the river and through the woods to grandmother's house. We go. Say, come and sit down over here. Say bye to everyone.
Bye.
Drake says, "Arigato gozaimashita, minasama." Thank you very much.
Drake,
He'll
you
still
did
let me sit.
fantastic.
He'll
Keep
still
practicing.
he'll still sit on my lap. He'll do it under protest,
I
but I
got it
gotta
ready.
hold him. I just say bye one more time. So they can
Bye.
see your face.
Bye.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Elena. Thank
Keep
you.
practicing. Yeah, we would love to see more videos from you guys, and maybe you playing something together.
I promise that we have our trip to Japan coming up in just a couple of weeks. We're going to Japan June 5th. So there's not going to be a whole lot of piano videos. Unfortunately, it's the videos that you're not so fond of, Elena, you know, where I'm just talking, blah, 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 making jokes.
I don't mind those videos, you know.
これはこの寺はすごくいいところですよ。ほんまに俺も面白い。But
Just put the translation of what you're saying. I don't speak Japanese.
I'll be speaking in Japanese in my videos coming up. We're going to be going all over. We have 3 weeks of the bullet
Nice.
train pass. So there's going to be like silly videos. Maybe if I find a piano, I'll post a piano video, but
No, you can show us, you know, what you're doing. Just
yeah, it'll be some fun stuff. I guarantee it. It'll be like hot springs and all kinds of like cool places that there's just a lot to see in Japan. It's a real cool place.
Nice.
I would like to go to the Kawaii factory where they made my piano. But I don't know if they're doing tours there because when COVID started, they had a reason to like stop doing those tours where the public can tour the piano factory. It would have been a totally cool video, seeing them making the pianos and then me over there yakking, saying, "Hey, dude, you know, you made my piano here." They'd probably kick me out of there.
Well,
Get
you can
this
try
American guy the hell out of here.
pianos, you know, in there.
What's that?
You can try the different pianos in there, how they sound.
Well, I think I can go to the Yamaha Music Factory where they have all like a huge selection of not factory. It's like the instrument museum, and that'll be real cool. So thank you, Elena. Arigato.
Thank you, Dino, so much. Thank you, Richard. Thank you, Anna. Thank you, Angus. Everybody.
Yeah, thank you, audience.
Thank you, Lee. I saw Lee was joining us earlier today.
Angus, Richard, Anna. Oh, someone else was here. Someone checked in quick. I think that's everyone. I think we covered everyone. That was not Lee. Did you say Lee? Lee was here for a little bit.
Lee Wilson. He joined us earlier. I saw him.
Have a great day. Have a great Sunday. Have a great evening. People over on the other side of the globe.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go and play the piano.
Your piano videos, okay?
I'll post them. They're coming up. That Joplin piece is coming up. Scott
Bye.
Joplin on the way. Take care. See you everyone.